You can. Good afternoon again to each and every one of you. It is indeed a pleasure, a pleasure. I am all excited. This is our first official Zoom meeting for this Rotary year 2022-2023. To kick things off, I would like to officially call this meeting to order and ask for Rotarian Melissa, is she on? Rotarian Melissa, can you lead us into the Rotary Grace, please?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Let us pray. As we join together as Rotarians and friends, we acknowledge our many blessings in life and that whatever we do, wherever we go, we are always in your presence. Although we sometimes have problems with businesses, we are thankful to you that you are working and that you are having the opportunity to help us to achieve. Although we sometimes troubles with concerns about our homes and families, we are grateful to you, Lord, that we are blessed with homes and families. Although we sometimes complain about aches and pains, we are appreciative of our health and of our capacity to heal. We are grateful for our many blessings, gracious God. Help us to live that we may enhance the future of those whose lives we touch. May your radiant spirit guide us and your loved ones and our loved ones all the days of our lives. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Amen, amen. Thank you, Rotarian Melissa, for that wonderful invocation. Um, once again, I would like to officially welcome each and every one of you. This one is a little dynamic and epic because we just have Rotarians on. All I'm seeing is Rotarians. Anyone have any invited guests? Rotarians, anyone have any invited guests that is on?
No, Deborah is actually our newest Rotarian as well. She and Shelby both joined on Tuesday. So she's actually a Rotarian, even though they don't recognize the name.
Welcome, welcome, Deborah. This is Rotary Satellite Club here in Cat Island. And also Shelby. Welcome, Shelby.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. It's a pleasure to have you guys. I would just like to say a few remarks. We had recently also here in Kid Island two new members, Florinda Armstrong and Philip Johnson. Philip Johnson yesterday has he left the district yesterday, and he said he should be returning back sometime in August. So hopefully he's back in time for our joint meeting that we're about to have fast approaching. Also, Carnival Garden Club, they have donated some sea grape seedling plants to be planted along coastal roadsides and what's not within the district here in Kid Island. On Saturday, this Saturday at 8 a.m., Spitz Bay Dock, we have adopted that green space. So it is more than fitting that we put some of those seedling plants in that said location. So spread the word, and all of you who are on island, who are in the district, also you can invite persons. They don't have to necessarily be a Rotarian, but persons who want to do good in the community. You know, we know global warming is real. We know our coastal areas are being corroded. So we want to help do our part in preventing some of that. So come on out on Saturday at 8 a.m. Swiss Bay Dock. We're gonna plant some of those seedlings. And while I'm talking about our adopted green space, we have gotten the approval from the Archbishop, from the Catholic community. So we have erected back our our sign. And we just need one, I think something we need to put either to the top or the bottom of the sign, indicating that we have gotten permission from the Archdiocese of Nassau. I'm working on that as we speak, so hopefully by now and Saturday we can get that done. Also, with our green space members, we have adopted that space, so we have to upkeep. We have to be leading the charge as relates to upkeep. And I went there just recently up to the day. There are some weeds and some stuff that are growing back. So from time to time, we have to continue going there and upkeep and try to transform that space, that area. All right. Also, the Rotary Club of East Nassau, President Chantel. East Nassau, a Rotary Club of East Nassau has swooped in and has joined up with us here, the Satellite Club here in Kid Island, and they have donated all of the tablets. I think it's 22 tablets in total for Old Bite High School. The kids, the unfortunate kids, there's about 22 of them who did not have any device. So hence they were unable to log on to the virtual classes that was offered. So you know what happened to them? They failed. And in failing those classes, their GPA dropped. So you had students who were 3-point students dropped to 1 point something, who were 2 point, So it has been a challenge for them. And we are glad that Rotary East Nassau has joined with us. And hopefully September, the school, new year moving forward, those kids can, their grades, they can move back up in respect to their GPA and everything. They are coming next week. So the presentation, there will be a presentation on the 38th. They're coming on the 29th, next week, Friday. They'll be in the district. We're trying to do the presentation that Saturday on the 30th at Old Bite High School. So I'm calling all Rotarians who are here in the district. I'm gonna post the time in the WhatsApp group, along with the principal education. We'll do the presentation at the school with the tablets. So you can wear our shirt, our Rotarian shirts. We get permission now, so we can wear our shirts. Come on out. I'll bring the banner. East Nassau said they'll wear shirts as well, and they'll bring some type of logo. So we take photos and do the presentation. That's next week Saturday. Also, we are having a joint meeting with our mother club, Rotary Club of Nassau. That is being organized and spearheaded by one of the best, the greatest of all times, Permanent Secretary Melvin, also Rotarian Melvin, I should say. We're trying to have that event around probably the end of August or the beginning in September. During that joint meeting, we'll have several things going on. Remember, we just got donation of masks. So he is seeking how best I believe it is the ambassador, Melvin, Rotarian Melvin. Yes, the ambassador of China is coming over. I don't know if we can get the ambassador schedule to link up with the prime minister's schedule. We will do distribution of the masks in the district during that visit, among other exciting things. So it's gonna be several days of cram-packed fun and excitement, and doing some service around that same time. All right. This is our first virtual meeting for this year, and next week, Thursday, is gonna be our first face-to-face. Our last face-to-face, we were in the South. We was at the Great G Sports owned by our own secretary, Angelique. So hence, next week, Thursday, we will go in the north to show some of our Rotarian brothers and sisters some love down that side. So prepare ourselves. I will post the location in the WhatsApp group, and we can prepare to go find it face to face. We haven't had a face to face a very long time. I'm very excited to see you guys, and that is all of the report that I have thus far for this month of July. So with that being said, we'll now have report from our secretary, Secretary Angelique.
Pleasant good afternoon to all. Chairman Herman, you covered all of my report in your remarks. So, thank you.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Also, we now have our report, our treasury report from Rotarian Leticia.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our new Rotary year. With that being said, I just wish to remind everyone that because this is the start of the new Rotary year 2022-2023, that the membership fees are now due. The Satellite Club, we know we have a special amount that we pay, and that is $150 per person. We've already had some persons who have already paid their yearly contribution in full, and that is wonderful, and thank you. For the rest of us, let us do our best to complete that as soon as possible. I don't wish us to have it lingering on throughout the year. So please make good your annual membership as soon as you can. Also, I wish to remind persons that the monthly, we have committed to contributing $20 per month. And as we go through that here, let us make good on that as well. Okay, so that is just a brief reminder, and thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me just chime in there. Remember also, we still do the $20 donation. So next week when we have our face-to-face, that is normally around the time that we do collection of the $20 donation towards the club. So come prepared to have some fun, come prepared to discuss some business, and come prepared to bring your $20 or any other outstanding bill that you may have. I'd like to also welcome our new member, Verinda Armstrong. Welcome to the meeting, Ms. Armstrong. Do forgive me. Let me do a little business right here.
Hi, thank you.
Our good president, Chantel, is gonna send the package to Angelique. Angelique's gonna fly them over. She also own a plane, you know. Not only does this woman own a business, she own a plane. That's how we do it in Kid Island. We just own stuff, man. Yeah, this is good. She's gonna send those 2 packages for our new members. And when we have our face-to-face, Verinda, we hope that you do attend. We have our face-to-face next week, Thursday, preferably in the north. So you'll get pinned next week, Thursday, and you'll be presented with your package. I don't think Philip Johnson will be back in the district as yet. If he do, then we'll do him as well too. All right.
So with that, so Secretary Angelique, I guess you'll message me to let me know when I could go to meet your plane.
Yeah, man. She fly every day, you know. She fly every day. She does.
Is it
She
every
does
day?
call it. She does call and authorize. She have a pilot. You know. She have a private pilot.
Okay.
She
So
just tell her pilot.
so just drop me that note then, okay?
Yeah, she got you. She got you. She can tell the pilot. You drop it to the pilot, and the pilot can hand deliver that to her.
I hear you. Okay.
Hey.
So sound like first thing Monday morning then. That's
I
what
can
that
leave,
sound like.
I can leave that to the businesswoman, Madam
Yes,
Secretary.
okay, thank you.
She can PM you. But without further ado, right now we're going into the hype of our meeting. Our president is about to come forth to us, and we will call right now on our secretary Anjali, who is gonna present our guest speaker. Madam Secretary.
Pleasant good afternoon to all again. It is indeed a pleasure to introduce our dynamic speaker for this evening, who is one and only our president, Chantal Nesbitt. A native of Freeport, Grand Bahama, Chantal is a chemical engineer, having obtained her degree at the University of Edinburgh in Edinburgh, Scotland. Her work history includes health, safety, and environment. Positions in the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, British Virgin Islands, Jamaica, Barbados, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Multi-talented, I say. Rotary has been an integral part of her social life in each of these countries. Chantal became a Rotarian in September of 2014 and has yet to look back. As we can see, she is now our president. At the Rotary Club of Lucaya in Freeport, Bahamas. During the course of her work assignments, she has held membership at the you're gonna have to help me with that, Chantal.
La Amiga.
Amiga in St. Kitts, Grand Bahama, Sunset in Freeport, Providenciales in Turks and Caicos, and now the Rotary Club of Nassau. Chantal presently serves as president of the Rotary Club of Nassau. Join me, Rotarians, as we welcome our dynamic speaker for this evening, our one and only president at this time of RCN, and also our satellite com. Okay, welcome, Chantal.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The floor is yours.
Much appreciated, much appreciated. So yes, I am now the president. It's been what, 3 weeks now that I'm into this new Rotary year as president. Of course, we take this time to, look back, reflect, kind of reset and make sure we achieve our goals going forward. So what I want to do right now, one of the things, in terms of reflecting, we need to sometimes look back so that we can go forward. So I have a video here that I would like to share with you. Let's see. All right, if I can get this to work, I shall do it. All right, here we go. Okay, so as you can see, RCN is very active. You know, we do a lot in the community, we do a lot for our members, and of course, we want to continue on with that tradition. So I wanted to discuss with you today, as this is the new Rotary year, you know, some of the things that we want to look forward to doing in the Rotary year, you know, just to make sure we maintain that visibility within the community and also keeping our members engaged. So some of the overarching goals, of course, we want to retain our membership. We have three of the newer members who are online tonight. So, you know, we want to continue to grow Rotary. We also want to make sure we keep the members that we do have. We want to keep them engaged. We want to keep them active. We want to keep them interested. So we want to look at ways to keep our membership, you know, to retain our membership. That's within Cat Island and also within the club here in Nassau. We want to continue with our community involvement. You know, RCN is known for giving back to the community. You know, we have some staple projects that we do every year. We want to make sure we continue to do those. And we want to improve our engagement with the school students. We have the Interact clubs. We started off at 1. We're now up to 3. And we also have 2 more schools who are asking us about having Interact clubs in their schools. So we want to make sure that though once we start these clubs, we actually keep the children engaged, we keep them excited about Rotary, we keep them actually, you know, wanting to give back to the community as well. Now, all of these things that I'm talking about, these goals, we do have these listed on our page in myrotary.org. So feel free, you know, you all have access to myrotary.org. You can go and you can have a look to see what the goals we have for RCN and also for Cat Island. Now, obviously, this is not something that I could do on my own. Okay, I am president this year, but we do have to work with the members and with committees to actually achieve these goals. We have our committee leads, and in order to remain active, remain engaged, I have charged them all with actually coming up with 4 projects in each of their areas, so that, you know, basically every quarter, every area should have something going on, so that we should always have an activity, an event that members in the community can be engaged in. So some examples of these, our wellness committee. This is led by our secretary, Falia. I can share just so for those of you who may not know them personally, I'll just put a photo up so you can kind of match the faces with the names as I'm calling them. So Falia, she's our secretary, but she's also our wellness chair. We had a couple of events last year that we would like to continue. We had the Fun Run Walk in October, and we want to do that again. That was a family event, so, you know, we're able to invite family and friends to that. We're looking at having more socials because the members did ask about having more socials. I know Cat Island, you already have your staple as the last Thursday in the month that you have your socials. So, you know, we might take a page from your book. So, you know, that is good because as you found out, you know, when you have that, members, you know, they get to know a lot more about each other. They feel more comfortable. They feel more that family oriented when they do that. So we're looking at doing that as well. Education and literacy. This is led by our Sergeant at Arms, Wayne Miller. Aside from doing education in the schools, you know, we've had the readathon that we want to continue. We also want to look at increasing the knowledge, the Rotary knowledge of our members, because we have had members reach out, and I'm sure you probably had the same thing in Cat Island, that they know the word Rotary, but not exactly what it is, what's involved with Rotaries, a lot of the history of Rotary. So we want to spend some time actually getting members, you know, more information out there, improves their Rotary learning, basically for our members. With our members, are keeping them engaged and enhanced. We talk about the buddy program. As you mentioned, Hermie, your buddy is on this evening. I don't know if anyone else has their buddy on tonight, but, you know, with the buddy program, it gives Rotarians an opportunity to learn a little bit more about each Rotarian. And, you know, we do rotate it every 6 months so that you get to know a different Rotarian through the club. Okay, and we also would like to use that, so when we have any community events or projects, bring your buddy along, you know, so that we can get persons out to our events. We're also looking at upgrading or enhancing our membership induction process. So that includes, you know, we make sure that they do attend projects, they do attend meetings regularly. They actually get engaged and involved in things that we're doing before they become members. So that is not, you know, a big surprise or shock to them when they get in and we put them to work right away. And make sure that they're aware, fully aware of that before they actually become members. With public image, we need to make sure that persons are aware of what we're doing. There was a time when Rotary was doing a lot of work, but it almost seemed like taboo to actually advertise it, to put it in the newspaper, to put it in television. But now with the age we live in, everybody's looking for a TikTok. You know, they're looking for something on Facebook, they're looking for something on Instagram. So we do have the PI team who is working with the social media. You find that, excuse me, after we have our meeting, you see it's posted on YouTube, and that link is automatically put on our Facebook page. It's shared on LinkedIn as well. So we're really using the local media. We have our PI chair, actually, Gina, she works for ZNS. So, you know, we got a little plug there in ZNS, so you may see us a little bit more in ZNS as well. So Angelique Kerman, you know, feel free, you know, when you're doing your planting on the weekend, send us the feed.
Yeah.
Send us the feed so you can get it on ZNS, okay? So she's more than happy to do that. And her team is also working on showcasing members. So you probably see, I think at the beginning of August, which is membership month, what they want to do is actually showcase our members on our different social media pages. So, you know, we may decide to show three members from Cat Island. So it'll ask, you know, about kind of like your bio in essence, you know, what made you passionate about Rotary, some of the things that you're involved in, you know. So you'll find you should be getting that information. Like I said, coming soon. I know the PI team is working on that, so that this is another way that we could get to know our Rotary family. Okay, so that we know who it is that we're working with and how we can all help and work together. Disaster response, this is led by Rotarian Rudolph, excuse me. One of the things that we did last year was a weather workshop. It focused on basically being prepared for emergencies, not necessarily hurricane, I mean, which is, you know, a main thing that we get hit with, but it could be, you know, torrential rains just for, you know, not involving a hurricane. It could be fire. It could be any type of, you know, disaster. So we did have that weather workshop. We want to continue with that, looking at this year, looking at tornadoes and lightning, because, you know, we had a few tornadoes hit in Nassau, and you saw the fallout in the house, you know, about the reaction time and the response. So we want to have a weather workshop to give some more information about that and knowledge about exactly what tornadoes are, what water spouts are, land spouts, you know, and like things. So that is something we're working on. And at the end of the workshop last year, we had committed to actually having emergency survival kits in place, so that in the event something does happen, we have these things available. So we are now looking at actually getting those purchased. I mean, just so that if something does happen, we do have those available, that we can assist persons who are in need of them, you know, during the emergency. For club services, this is led by past President Stephen. I'm sure you all remember Stephen. Stephen was very engaged and active in getting Cat Island off the ground. So Stephen is actually the chairperson for club services. Some of the, you know, we have quite a few things that we do annually, but, you know, the Vision Expo is a big one that we do every year. We want to continue with that. We do the Christmas feeding, you know, Christmas morning, we go out and we deliver foods. Last year, I think it was just over 20. So we want to look at doing 30 or more this year. You know, we always try to do better because, you know, they now have come to the point where they're expecting to see us. We prepare a whole meal. You know, we give them like a pan of rice, a pan of macaroni, you know, pan of the ham, pan of the turkey, so that they can have a nice Christmas dinner. So we'll be doing that again this year. And then we make a donation to the Persis Rogers. One of the things that they tend to ask for, I guess, because it's wintertime, it may not seem too cool for us, but, you know, it can get cool here in the Bahamas wintertime. They want like the socks and the hat and whatnot. And we also give them, you know, like toiletries, and we provide them with food as well. So that's a donation we will continue as well. Foundation committee, this is led by Catherine. So we raise funds to end polio. I don't know if you've seen in some of the chats that's going around today that they actually found a polio case in Washington, I think it is. It was found. So Here it was, we thought polio was eradicated everywhere except Pakistan and Afghanistan, but now here it is showing up in America again. So, you know, obviously that's still something we need to work on to end polio. So at the foundation, we look at raising funds for that. And then part of the funds, well, mainly a part of the funds from our RCN dues goes towards foundation. But of course, you know, you can always make a contribution. Herman, you know, we saw that you got your Paul Harris Fellow for contribution to the foundation. Well done. All right. And again, that money goes towards actually helping with disease prevention, you know, and helping us to do good with, you know, within Rotary. New Generations, this is led by Rotarian Alandra. This is looking at the youth arm of Rotary. Right now, RCN only sponsors Interact clubs. You know, Rotaract clubs are the ones that are like the college level or, you know, the young professionals. And we have early acts who are like in primary school, but right now we're working at the high school level. So we're looking at, you know, getting them involved and engaged and wanting to do community service. And we also help them with mentoring. You know, they may have questions about, okay, what happens after high school, you know, career-wise or education-wise. So we're there to help them with that mentoring. We're going to spend more time work training with the advisors as well, because that was one of the concerns that came out of last year. The advisors, you know, they knew a little bit about Rotary, you know, to say, yes, they want to be involved in Rotary, but, you know, they felt that they needed to just a little bit more training to say exactly what is expected to kind of make that transition through Interact to Rotaract to Rotary. So we will be doing that training as well. Fundraising, we're basically looking at, you know, ways to get money into the club. We spent about $45,000 last year. That was looking at, you know, the sponsors we did for the Interact clubs, the Christmas feeding, the Weather Expo. Now we were able to get donations from sponsors for these, but still we need to look at making sure that in order for us to continue doing all the good work that we do have funds coming in. So, you know, we're looking at different ways of getting monies in. A suggestion that came out, and we're going to see if we can pull it off starting next week, is the last Friday of the month for July, August, September, actually partnering with one of the local daiquiri vans and just setting up, you know, well, we're trying to get on Western Esplanade, setting up and, you know, having, you know, basically selling the daiquiris from the van, and we get a portion of that. Okay, and then that will be something that will go into our coffers to say, okay, this is now what we have to help, you know, to do work within the community. You know, so different things we're looking at. I know there's a lot of sip and paint going on these days. We're looking at doing what we call a sip and pour. So basically you're making candles while you're sipping instead of actually painting while you're sipping. So again, that's, you know, so just looking at different ways to attract people who want to come and spend money to help you raise funds so that, you know, like I said, we have them to do the good that we want to do in the community. For club admin, that would be Senator Maxine. She's actually, you know, spearheading that this year, looking at ways to keep the meetings interesting, keeping them, you know, so that persons would want to come out and get engaged, looking at some good, having some good speakers. We already have the Commissioner of Police book, for instance. He's going to be joining us on August 9th. You know, so we're looking at getting some good, and they're also looking at doing more socials. So we're looking at one meeting every month. Will be an evening meeting because, you know, there are a lot of persons who right now can't always attend our luncheon meeting. So we're looking at having an evening meeting. So just to give that variety, you know, so if you can't make it lunch, you should be able to make it evening, hopefully. Of course, we can, you know, just swing either way because, you know, we have all evenings. That may not work for some persons. So, you know, we'll work with having it one evening. So next week, our meeting will be in the evening starting at 6:30. So, you know, we'll, you know, try it out and see how it goes, you know. Again, you'll have one in August, one in September. And if it looks like it's not, you know, making a difference, we may stop, but at least we have the option right now for persons to have that one evening meeting. All right. And then Cat Island. So Herman, you and I have had lots of conversation. Cat Island, you're doing a lot of good things in Cat Island. As you said, you've already adopted your green space. So that means you're very visible in the community. You've done your painting, you know, but you want to make sure that you continue doing things in the community. I mean, you have the members in your club. I'm sure they may all have something. I know just before the meeting started, we were talking about different activities in different areas that your members are doing. You know, maybe one of the activities that they're working with, one of the clubs that they volunteer with, you might be able to partner with them to do something. You know, so again, you're getting the community engagement and you're also working along with your membership. Your membership is growing again. You now have 2 more members. Excellent, well done. But you want to make sure that you keep your members. You know what I mean? You don't want to just come in and then, okay, now what? All right, so you want to make sure you keep them engaged, you know, keep them active. So you have your social next week. That'd be a good time for them to get to know one another. Because, you know, when we're looking at the Zoom, you know, even when the video is on, still when you see the person face to face, you don't always recognize them. You know, Zoom just doesn't do you justice. So I think it's good that, you know, you'll have your social next week. So, you know, your new members will get to see, you know, the Cat Island members, you know, because I think that also helps to keep members engaged and, you know, and to retain the membership, and you can feel that connection, you know, actually with the members. And of course, continuing your work with the youth. I know you had done, I think it was a lunch for the Boys and Girls Club. You know, continue working with them. You know, you're doing a lot of stuff in the schools. You know, you're going to do this presentation with the tablets, you know, because the youth will be basically who you're preparing to come into Rotary. These are the ones you're preparing to, you know, take on that role of giving back, not always taking. You know, what can you give back to your community? What can you do to make, you know, the space that you're living in a better place for all of us? You know, so it's good to get the youth engaged, you know, get them involved and, you know, and keep working along with them. Okay, so that, like I said, we can kind of have that pool of persons who are coming up. All right. I think I've spoken for about 20 minutes now. I don't know if you have any questions or anything for me, but I just wanted just to give you just an overview of what, you know, RCN is looking for, you know, kind of the things that we want to put out there as goals for the year, and how that ties in with Cat Island, you know, and how we can all work together to make this a great Rotary year.
Awesome, awesome. There you have it, guys. You know, we are geared up. There's so much that we have to look forward to, and it's very exciting, you know. And we as Rotarians, you know, it's always about service above self. So as you hear our president say a lot of things that we're gonna try to accomplish, and I will retract that, not try, that we are going to accomplish this year. There's a lot of it is given, we have to give up our time, our talent, and our treasure. You know, we have a lot of talented people within Rotary. You know, even with our 2 members, Sean, I know you're in. You heard that wonderful stuff she talked about Van Miller dealing with education and literacy. I think Alandra Russell with New Generation, all of that stuff ties in with the youth. And Miss Armstrong, she loves to deal with the youth. So I'm sure, you know, we're gonna pull you in and we're gonna get you active. Are you ready, Rotarian Florinda? She's still on. I guess she probably got bumped off, but I sure know she'll be ready and up for the challenge. But at this time, any questions, any concerns, anything you want to ask our president at this time, do feel free to do so. Permit me to lead the charge, Madam President. You're in charge of fundraisers. Anything for this year? I know we was dealing with the raffle, I think the last time. We're gonna do the raffle again this year, and any other things that is on the table.
From RCN you're referring to? Oh, you just muted yourself.
Oh my, my bad.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
yes, RCN, and if anything you have for us as well, we welcome any ideas as well, you know.
Okay.
You've been in charge of fundraising. I saw that. I saw that.
Yes, yes. So we do have some things that we're working on now. It does make it easier when you have a committee, you know, so you don't have to try to come up with everything on your own. So within that committee, we have a person who has suggested we need to find a better working term, but in essence, it's slave for a day, in essence. So basically what's happening is we're auctioning off, you know, some of the top ranking Rotarians, and, you know, the highest bidder gets them, you know, for the day, you know, to do their chores for the day, you know, to go and collect their lunch, you know, go and collect their clothes from the dry cleaners. Basically, they, you know, so that, you know, the highest bidder gets them for the day. So that's one of the things that we're looking at. So I'm sure, you know, oh, Melvin ended up dropping off as well. You know, I'm sure that would work very well, you know, having Melvin do that. We also, like I said, a lot of people are doing the sip and paint. I'm sure, you know, you probably have that going on in Cat Island as well. That was one of the things that we talked about doing. We did the fun run walk. Remember, I guess some of you had participated in that virtually. It's something that you may look at doing. Now we tend to do it around the October holiday. You know, that's this is still called Discovery. No, All Heroes Day, around right around the October holiday. That way, you know, it could be a family event, and then you still have time to rest. So it's you know, it's a wellness activity, but then you also can sell it in such a way that you make, you know, that you can raise funds with it. So that's something that you can do in Cat Island as well. And like I said, you can, you know, canvas your members, see, you know, what type of like, you know, areas of stuff that your members are involved in. I mean, you were having some conversation about the restaurant. Maybe you want to decide to have, you know, you saw in the video talking about a 70s night, you know, maybe you want to decide to have a theme night, you know, have it at the restaurant, you know, and charge a cover fee, and a portion of it goes to the club, you know, so that's another idea that you can use for fundraisers as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Madam Secretary, you taking notes? We locking in all these stuff. We get our fun run walk in October. We get our event at G Sports.
Yep.
70th night or 80th. Some good stuff. Any other questions? Any other questions or concerns for our president?
I see someone is, oh, what is it? Giving me a suggestion and calling it slave for a day. Call it butler for a day. Yes, that sounds much better. Butler for a day. Much more politically correct.
So when I win and you auction Sheila off now, how Sheila, you gonna fly down to Kid Island for a day with me?
Sheila, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just growing my wings now. I'm gonna be there.
There you go. Sounds like a plan, Herman. Sounds like a plan.
I promised you I'd come down there, and I will.
Awesome, awesome.
Sounds good.
You're probably gonna regret it once I'm there, but on your
No,
own.
soon as you come here, we're gonna take you on the beach. Melvin is planning everything now.
I ain't interested in beaches.
Oh,
I ain't interested in beaches. I want to go to the caves. I want to go up Como Hill. I want to go say goodbye to my property I sold down in Flamingo Bay.
Yeah, we're gonna do all of that.
Devoe plantation again.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm not a beach person. I'm a history person.
Yeah.
She's got a full
We got
schedule.
Oh yeah, yeah. And carry her to the healing point.
Yeah, all of them.
All
Yep.
of that. We got you.
All right.
All of them.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, well, if there's no more questions, I would like to thank you, Madam President, for taking out time with your busy schedule and coming and speaking to us, the members of the Satellite Club, and updating us and informing us on where we at and on how you have charted the way forward. You know, without vision, the people perish. So we're glad that we have a leader that has a vision and has a plan. And we as members fully endorse you and support you and see how best we will accomplish those goals and the plan moving forward. And I also I'm very appreciative of that presentation. I got some new information for those you know I didn't know about San Salvador. Rotary was in San Salvador. Is it, they still active? But I saw in the presentation that
We
Rotary,
visited.
yeah, they visited San Salvador. I don't know if they getting anything started up there, or if that's something in the pipeline. Probably get a club active
Yeah,
over there.
Sheila may know more about that because Sheila, would you have been on that visit to San Salvador?
When?
That was when we looked at the video that was prepared for the 60th. There was a photo, I guess, early on talking about visiting San Salvador.
That was way back.
What do you
That
mean
was,
that
it was-
historic thing? That was years ago. That was during the
yes.
centennial.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was-
yeah.
They went there during the group from the club went there during the quincentennial. There are
Yes.
no plans for a Rotary Club in San Salvador. I don't think the island could carry it very well. It would have to be a satellite club again.
Okay.
Okay. Good
okay.
stuff. Yeah, I saw that. And then we are over 80 members since
Yeah.
1964.
Yeah.
So we're bouncing back and we are on track. But now I see the woman overtaking the man, and I got to talk to Melvin. I see Dwayne is on. I got to rally up the guys now. We you can't get
Dwayne ready.
you can't get lost by the wayside. But it's good that women are making their mark throughout society and everything. That is good. So thank you for that presentation and those nuggets that I've gotten out of that presentation. At this time, we would like to do toast. We want to combine them. Those of you, I see our Secretary Angelique, she been toasting straight through from start to finish. That's been toasting, man.
You go,
know?
girl. You go, girl.
Yes, much needed.
Toast to the guest
I
speaker.
was waiting for that. Long
Toast to the
time.
mission. She does find a reason to toast. But we're gonna toast
Man.
at this time, fellow Rotarians, to the Queen and to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Queen of Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
And again, we would like to toast to Rotarians far and near, Rotary around the world.
Rotary around the
Rotary
world,
around the world.
Around the world.
especially in Cat Island.
Awesome. And right now, I'd like all of us to join in on the four-way test. The things say
Things
or
we
do.
say.
Is it the
Is
truth?
it the truth?
Is it fair to all?
Fair to
all
all
concerned.
concerned.
Will it
Will
build?
it build
Goodwill
goodwill,
and
Well,
beneficial.
beneficial,
friendships,
Will it be beneficial?
beneficial
beneficial to
all
all concerned.
And
Most of
And
all,
will
will
it
it
be
be
let me
fun?
fun. But Angelique says she'll drink to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, again, thank you all, Rotarians. And before we close, let me say this, Rotarians, we can invite persons onto our meeting who are not Rotarians. Do invite them, let them see what Rotary is about, what we are about, and that's how our membership can grow. Even if they don't want to be a member, even if they just might want to donate, they might hear what it is that we are doing, what project that we have on board, and they want to chime in on it and be a part of it and want to donate or whatever. All that stuff comes about inviting persons to our meeting. So do feel free to invite guests. Okay. On that note, we'll adjourn and see you guys next week, Thursday, face to face, those who are here in the district. Also next week is our annual 66 regatta. Come on down and celebrate with us, Cat Islanders. You know, as you come on, come early, come from Wednesday so you can join our face-to-face meeting on Thursday. All right, and then we're gonna have a ball. We can go from our Rotary face-to-face straight into regatta. You know, 4 days, team no sleep. Thank you guys, and we are officially adjourned. Is
Good evening.
is Melissa on?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay.
I think she dropped off. Looks like she dropped off.
Okay. Oh, she dropped off. It sounds like Melvin dropped off too.
Yeah, his internet seemed to keep going in and out.
Yeah. But I'll probably sidebar him and get an update on where we at. And definitely once we lock in that date, I will post it in the group to you guys and we can get ball rolling, you know.
All right, sounds good.
All right, wonderful stuff. I would like to say parking lot. I know RCN famous for the parking lot session, but because of the many obligations that I have, I do have to run. So bless evening to each one of you, and do enjoy.
All right, have a good evening. Thanks for having me.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
God bless.